Good morning, General. How are you? Very good. Good morning, General. Good morning, General. How are you? Good morning, General. How are you? To actualize the East African Monetary Union by 2031, because that's our aspiration, this assembly must provide the necessary framework to anchor the full implementation of the customs union and common market protocols, especially through the establishment of vital organizations such as the Monetary Institute, Bureau of Statistics, Financial Services, as well as the Surveillance and Enforcement Commissions. I know this is already in your radar, and it is our hope, as members of the summit, that you will discharge your responsibility of making sure these instruments are in place to facilitate the greater integration of our union. The work of intensifying the integration of East African community has proceeded at an encouraging pace, so that while much remains to be done for us to accomplish our aspiration, the progress we have made has taken us closer to it incrementally. It is no overstatement to acknowledge the contribution of this assembly towards making this progress possible. At the beginning of this session, it is appropriate to reaffirm our collective devotion to the constitutive aspirations of our community and therefore the objectives of East African regional integration. There is no denying that our vision to be a prosperous, competitive, secure, stable, and politically united East Africa is taking shape at a higher rate than before. The ultimate aim of this noble enterprise is to transform and translate economic, political, and social, as well as cultural integration into a positive impact on the well-being of every citizen of East Africa.
I am greatly honored to host you this morning as we jointly work to advance relations between Kenya and the brotherly and sisterly nations that you ably represent. Thank you for honoring my invitation. On behalf of the government, the people of the Republic of Kenya, and on my own behalf, I take this opportunity to assure you of my unwavering commitment to work closely with each and every one of you as we build a more interconnected and prosperous Africa. And ladies and gentlemen, I specifically told the President I was coming here to have this gathering with you, and he conveys his best wishes to all of you. As you are aware, Kenya and fellow African countries enjoy long-standing fraternal relations founded on historical linkages, special bonds of friendships, shared values, and common aspirations for socio-economic prosperity. These ties have continued to strengthen over the years through enhanced economic, cultural, education, and diplomatic changes. Over the last 1 year of the government of Kenya, we have facilitated 25 outbound and 39 inbound official visits at head of state level within Africa. The ministry concluded 48 memoranda of understanding with African countries, and they are at various stages of implementation. Evidently, Africa forms the core of Kenya's foreign policy. Our people strongly believe in mutual coexistence, which is best advanced and enhanced through the warm relations cultivated across our continent. We hope that this year, 2024, we shall see even more engagements to build more on our similarities and common strengths. I therefore call upon each one of you to support me, to support the government of Kenya in this endeavor. Our borders should be the starting point of our collective socio-economic development and not edges of self-defense. It is in this context that His Excellency President Ruto announced on 12th December 2023 the removal of visa requirements to all countries effective from 1st January 2024. This announcement underscores Kenya's commitment to working with other African countries to improve trade and build a stronger and more united continent. The removal of visa requirements reaffirms the government of Kenya's commitment to fostering a robust, creative, and engaging foreign policy to amplify partnership with African countries in particular and the rest of the world. We are aware that the implementation of the visa-free regime has its teething challenges, but I want to assure you, Your Excellencies, that we are aware of these concerns, which we continue to address, and we shall soon have a flawless regime. I am also aware that the African diplomatic missions and the entire diplomatic corps in Nairobi are facing a number of challenges on their privileges and immunities. I am happy to note that we will soon organize a briefing session for the diplomatic corps to address some of those concerns.
We may have our seats. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I wish to take this opportunity to have a minute of silence in their honor. Of information. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, first, State Department for Foreign Affairs for his remarks. Because it's a Monday morning, revitalize our bilateral cooperation with each public of Egypt. And so we'd like to be able to priorities of our time. We want to make sure the Republic of Kenya. And so we will be engaging in a fair logo to help us in the same manner.
Share this with you, FAO and others. It is important that we specifically see that the damage is just growing, which means that we have
All right, there we go. Thank you. Thank you.
The ADC ambassadors and high commissioners for this wonderful engagement, and we just wish that we continue doing the same thing on a regular basis so that we continue to exchange and share contrasts and some try to work on few things that we as a group, because we believe, again, Kenya, this is the base of your foreign policy, and you count on us, and we also will count on you. So I would just be very brief, as I said earlier, on behalf of my colleagues and the ambassadors and high commissioners who are present here, and some of them who have actually extended their apologies because they were already engaged, that they would fully support and will be willing to continue the same kind of conversations in the near future as we forge forwards with the new year and so many events that are happening in the region, including elections that Piers just mentioned. Some of us in the country, South Sudan, is actually organizing elections. And we will be definitely counting on Kenya, given the experiences they've been doing in terms of know-how and capacity and also outreach. And with this, I'll stop here, and thank you very much for the chance and for the opportunity.
Your Excellencies, as you are aware, the position of the Chair of the African Union Commission will take place, the election will take place in February 2025. This is an opportunity for the Eastern Africa region. Kenya has an interest, given her pivotal role in enhancing and sustaining the Pan-African agenda. Stakeholder engagement processes across governments is ongoing, and the formal process will follow. You may also be aware that Kenya took over the leadership of the African Union Champion for Institutional Reforms from Kagame. We hope to work with all as we try to achieve Agenda 2063. And in this respect, we will be humbly coming to you soon to seek your support and the support of your countries. As you know, His Excellency President Ruto is championing the World Bank International Development Association IDA 21 replenishment with the key proposed reforms. Kenya will host in the month of April 2024 the IDA 21 meeting that promises to be a pivotal platform of transformative discussions on a global scale, including building innovative global financing approaches, and architecture. This is an opportunity for us to speak with one voice and galvanize support. As you all know, the IDA 21 is the concessionary window of the World Bank. This initiative has been held in Dakar before. It has held in Abidjan before. And the biggest recipient of IDA funds are actually in Africa from the World Bank. So we need to galvanize so that international resource mobilization can succeed, so that countries that require these resources most for critical interventions in their respective domains can be raised for us to be able to move forward. In the same vein, let me also again remind you that we shall also be hosting on behalf of the AU the Africa Fertilizer Summit in Nairobi. This again, we require your support, your intervention. We'd be happy to have the best of your minds and expertise coming from your countries to help us in this particular area, because production and the issue of food insecurity that we have just talked about, the proper utilization of fertilizer is going to be very critical. Once again, I appeal to you to support us and to support Africa on this particular cause. Your Excellencies, by facilitating contact and dialogue between our people, you all play a bridging role between your sending state and receiving state. You might think of yourselves not only as a diplomat accredited to this country, but also as a diplomat representing Kenya, in the sense that your job is to forge a stronger friendship between Kenya and your respective countries. I have confidence that you will continue to be tireless in your efforts. We as a ministry are ready to support you always. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for attending this meeting. Asanteni sana, merci beaucoup, shukran jazilan, and thank you. Asante.